It's your girl Sandra D, the main event, and welcome to my channel and to my community of love and unity. We will not be talking about hair, and we will not be talking about food. We are on the road of recovery, and we are discussing the narcissist. So today we're going to get into the topic of why the relationship with the narcissist was never going to work out. Now, the reason why the relationship with the narcissist was never going to work out was because it was designed that way. It was designed for you not to be able to be attached to a certain kind of way to where you know you deserve to be treated as a queen, treated as valuable, treated as an asset, even though you were and you still are. But the narcissist wanted to reprogram you in a way to where it would be easy for them to try to take away from you your gifts, your talents, your skills, the very essence and core of who you are. Because they wanted to use your attributes, and they wanted to use your attributes as pretending as though that they are you, and they wanted you to take over their trauma that they were transferring onto you without you recognizing and realizing this. So when you were in the relationship with the narcissist was not planning on having this loving, authentic relationship as you perceived, because they deceived you into thinking that this is what they were offering you. But what they were doing was actually manipulating you so that you would not recognize and understand what they were doing and how they were going about using you for your gifts, your talents, your skills, who you are, and the essence and the core of who you are. So the relationship wasn't going to work out to begin with because the narcissist never wanted the relationship to go in the capacity of what they said that they were offering you. They said these things as a manipulative way of deceiving you, but also as a way of blinding you from you recognizing and understanding that they were wolves in sheep clothing. Okay? And the reason why the relationship wasn't going to last in the first place is because the narcissist only wanted to put you into play. Okay? You know, like how in football, for my ladies and for my gentlemen, because women do watch football too, how they may have a design play that they want, but they have certain people that they know that they have on their bench that can execute like a certain trick play. And with that trick play, they know that it's going to be able to be pulled off because they practice it a lot. So what the narcissist was doing was actually trying to groom you and bench you, okay, and put you on the shelf, because the narcissist knew that they were going to come back later, because it was set up for them to do it that way, because this is part of the manipulation in the game that the narcissist plays with people. So they play with your mind, okay? They played with your emotions, and they played with your heartstrings. And they use these tactics as a way of being able to tap into who you are so that they could try to reprogram you into what they wanted you to be so that they could continue, okay, to run this whole manipulation. So what they were trying to do was they were taking layers one by one, okay? And what they were doing was they wanted to demolish the very essence and pureness of who you are. And then they wanted to build and put together what they wanted. Okay. You seen the movie, or if you guys haven't, look it up. But for those who have seen the movie, you know how the Bride of Frankenstein, or Frankenstein the movie, and it was this mad scientist, and he was putting together Frankenstein. And this is what the narcissist was trying to do to you. They were trying to recreate you, but they were trying to recreate you to be as, what's the word I'm looking for? They were trying to build a monster in you because they're monsters. And they wanted to replace who you are so that you would be more like them, to their liking, so that you can fit into their world, into their fantasy, and how they see the world. Okay? Because these traumas that the narcissist puts on you are traumas that the narcissist has experienced, but also has perfected as a way of getting things from people that they want, that they didn't get, that they were lacking when they were growing up as children. So as adults, they learn how to use manipulative tricks and trades and things in that nature to be able to get people to give them these things. And when you're giving them these things, they know, okay, that they're running game on you. You just don't know that they're running game on you. And when you do realize and recognize these things, this is when the narcissist, okay, knows that the gig is up, but also at the same time, they're going to try to dip before you dip on them. Okay. Now they're doing this dip because, yes, they either have another supply lined up, or they're shelving you, okay, because they're just not ready to actually let you go, because they want you to be on the bench so that they can come back later on and give you this sad story, or, you know, try to shift blame, try to make you think that you were the problem. And when they return, that, you know, things will go back to how they wanted to have you programmed in the first place. Okay. So it's all a game. Okay. So the relationship with the narcissist was never going to work out. They didn't want the relationship to work out because they knew that they were going to go to other people and do the same manipulative thing that they did to you, they're doing to someone else. Okay. Now, when the narcissist is not able to pull off what it is that they're looking to pull off from you, then they're going to try to bring in a third party. Now, this third party is meant as a way of really trying to get you over the top, because they set up this smear campaign and they want to have you all up in your feelings so that they can get you to act a certain way. So that when you start wilding out, they already told, okay, this other supply that this is the reason why, you know, they left. But the new supply is going through the same thing that you went through because they were lied to too. Now, some of them may be supply that they dealt with before, and the narcissist went back later on to see if their manipulative little trick worked. And if it did, then they already pulled the eyes over the new supply. But the new supply don't know this. But then you also have some supply who they don't care. And they could very well be just like the narcissist because they're narcissists. It just all depends on the supply that the narcissist is gathering up to place on their roster. Because the narcissist is looking for a team of supply that he could gather or she could gather at any time without there being any questions. Okay. Now, the other reason why that this relationship did not work out and it wasn't supposed to is because you woke up. And the narcissist was trying to do everything that the narcissist could to try to rock you back to sleep, to get you off of their trail, off of their scent, off of them, because you were starting to see them for who they were, and they didn't want to readjust that mask. They wanted to put you in a position to where you would accept the abuse, that you would accept the mistreatment, that you would continue to let your guard down and not allow your wall to come back up. They wanted a way of wanting to make sure that they could secure you in place. Okay? And when that did not take place, what did they do? They got angry, they got mad, because this caused a narcissistic injury. But this is an injury that was not your fault. These are unhealed traumas that the narcissist has, and the narcissist recognize and realize that the gig is up. So in order for them to continue to try to deceive you, to see if they can get what they're looking to get out of you and from you, this is where the rage comes in from, where they're shift blaming you, where they're projecting their insecurities on you, where they're saying that, they did all of these wonderful attributes for you, but it was only in the beginning, because that was their part of only doing that to try to secure you. And they didn't want to go back to that love bombing stage, because they know authentically that's not them. So the narcissist relationship was never going to work out, because it's not designed to. The narcissist is like a bee trying to go from one flower to the next flower to the next flower. Okay? Trying to, get supply, but also at the same time trying to get all this honey. And they were using you as a way of supplying them with what it is that they wanted. And they wanted to make sure that you would never recognize and realize that they never had your best interest at heart. It was all smoke and mirrors. And this is the reason why the relationship with the narcissist will never work out. I'll see you guys in the next video.